Scorpio, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome in if you're new, and welcome back if you are a subscriber. So this is for the week of June 21st through the 27th, and we are having a full moon in Capricorn on the 24th. So that's stuff, we're coming to culmination. We're letting go of things that we don't need in our daily lives, things that we are working toward or working on that are just ineffective, or things that, old habits that are difficult to let go of that we need to, that kind of stuff. It's a good time of release. There's the card for you. All right, so I'm using the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed, and I'm going to read for you the Land Between, Scorpio. I love it. Also, we're coming out of Mercury Retrograde right now, so that's going to help us think more clearly, have a little bit more clarity. That's an excellent thing. And that will be on the 22nd, moving forward and going full speed by July 7th, so that's good. All right, so we've entered Cancer season. We're out of Gemini season now and into watery Cancer. Scorpio, that's a sister water sign for you, so you should feel comfortable. It's a bit of an emotional time. The Land Between. Being between worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be. A time of waiting and evolving. Gray areas. Something essential yet still in development. Metamorphosis. Okay. You're in a process of change. You know that you are called to it and can no longer be who you were, but you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. You're in between what is and what could be. In a pupal stage, like during the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into a butterfly. However, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. The thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed that old version of yourself and become something new. You must start redefining who you are in the context of your question. What do you believe is possible when you get to the next place or the next phase? Can you explore the stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things get really interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the now, and how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. Once you have made this no man's land your home, it becomes a part of you. Then whatever was set in motion comes to life. This is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. Wow. So going through a real change and getting comfortable in the in-between place. The place where you are reinventing yourself and rebirthing back out into the world again. And doing that during the time of Cancer, I think for you is nice. Cancer is an emotional sign of home and hearth. It helps us to take care of ourselves in a really good way, to nurture ourselves, to grow inwardly, right? Once you grow up, you grow inwardly, or not at all. But if you're growing right now, Scorpio, you're growing emotionally, you're growing inwardly, and you're ready to move forward soon. And right now, take it in, take it all in, everything that you're thinking about and feeling, because I think it's a very important part of your process of accepting and allowing change. I think that's what this is about. Okay, let's just cut the deck. If you would take some deep breaths for me while I lay out your spread and take a look at it. Drop your shoulders and relax. Bring down your cortisol, lift up your serotonin and dopamine, and settle in. Okay. We have the Knight of Inspiration, the Empress, the Seven of Materials, the Awakening, the Muse of Inspiration, the Muse of Voices, the Four of Emotions, the Three of Inspiration, and the Two of Voices. So we have a good amount of fire on the table. And we've got a good amount of air as well. All right, let's take a look. Land between. You also have 2 kings here on the table. So you're mastering. You're making your thoughts into something that inspires you and spurs you forward into deciding how to make change in your life. Allowing yourself to dream. And in the meantime, standing strong. The bottom of the deck, you have the Strength card. Okay. This is a time of endurance for you, a time where you're going to have to choose your moments, pick your moments of when to stay silent and when to speak, right? Of when to move forward a little bit and when to sit still. The Strength card is so much about self-mastery, and we overcome obstacles when we are in this stage, because when we are, it really is when our muscles grow. So like in Mercury Retrograde, those are our thinking muscles, right? And we're developing them during retrograde. And in Cancer season, it's emotional stuff, emotional mastery. So we do it in that way. We learn by feeling it out. And when it comes to your fire, your spirit fire, I think it's very obvious here. You definitely want to run forward and roar a little bit. There's something you want here, Scorpio. There's something you definitely want, and you want to go for it. You want to grow. You want to expand your life. Maybe you've been feeling stuck or bored, or just like the old place wasn't a place where you could grow anymore. It didn't have anything more to offer you, whatever this is about. So whether this is about a job, a career path, the place that you live, or even a relationship, and it will differ for each of you Scorpios, because you will each have different rising signs, different moon signs, different Venus, different planetary alignments. But the bottom line message here is that you are definitely wanting to grow. You're wanting to expand your life. And right now you're having to exhibit patience. This is when we have to hold ourselves back just enough and tame ourselves just enough, right? To walk softly. To walk softly. Because a running, roaring lion, scary lion, a walking gently and calmly lion, self-controlled, easier to accept. And that's kind of how we see ourselves, don't we? We don't want to be too reckless. We don't want to move too fast. We want to make changes, but we want to be able to walk slowly and take in the landscape and see where we're going. And I think you're kind of doing that with the 7 of Materials. This is when we are assessing, looking at what we have done. So you're wanting very much to move forward and grow and open yourself up to something new in life, but you're also assessing the work you've put in and learning from that. What it's, looking at it and saying, well, I did well here. I just want to be able to grow beyond this. However, I'm trying to be patient. Underneath that, the 10 of Pentacles, because I'm trying to grow a dream here, the life I want to live. And I feel very deeply about that with the Queen of Emotions underneath that, the Queen of Cups. So you feel very deeply that you want to find a place or a person that you want for the long term. The Empress could represent the most perfect person for you, the person that you see as a lifelong partner. And maybe you are just running right toward that person. So, and you're assessing whether you would do well together. Maybe you've been together 7 months or 7 years. Maybe you are assessing how to show yourself in a more authentic way to someone. With the Awakening, it's a call. It's like, this is my chance. This is my chance. That's what I'm hearing, okay? It's from your heart. You hear it. You know your heart's beating and pounding and telling you. Whether it's a person, whether it's growing yourself in whatever way by having new experiences, whether it's, you know, the perfect dream job, or moving to, you know, another state or another country. Whatever it is, you desire it, and your heart is pounding for it, and you're being awakened to it. Because I'm seeing the next two cards as the Muse of Inspiration. This is the King of Wands. And this is knowing what you want and going for it boldly and bravely. With the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. Knowing it. Knowing exactly what you want and making the decision to go for it. So you're awakening to this, and you're mastering what it is that you are creating from your mind space that is also engaging your heart and your soul. This is something that is inspiring you to go down a new road that is exciting and inspirational. Both kings saying you've come to a decision about this. So you're feeling your yang energy, the energy that you want to take action. So I understand this. Maybe standing right now in the land in between is taking your every bit of patience, right? You got to have some strength and fortitude just to be patient, because you want it so much, because you know this is long-term, something that's just so abundantly beautiful. Then the last one, but the Four of Emotions. But I gotta sit here. I gotta sit here. I know this is the offer for me, but I gotta sit right now. Something's changing. It's something I want, but I gotta sit here right now. And Three of Inspiration. I've gotta wait. I've knocked the dominoes down. The domino effect will come back around to me, but right now I gotta wait for all those other dominoes. And then the Two of Voices. A moment of doubt. Wait a minute. Did I choose the right thing? Am I sure? Am I sure? And because of waiting and wondering about when it's going to happen, you might have these moments of doubt. But this is still just the end of Mercury retrograde. And I think that's what you've been feeling. So I think this week is that interim stage of Mercury moving forward. And for you, Scorpio, you've been waiting, you've been patient, and you are wanting to move forward towards someone or something that opens you up and makes you bloom, that it makes you feel like that you look at yourself in a different way. You can see she's opening up to the stars and the planets, and just like there's so much more in life, and you want to get to this other place that offers you so much more of life. And you're looking at all the things you've done and all the things you've prepared in order to take that journey. So I do see some people that are going to be moving, no doubt. There are some people that are going to be going for the love of their life. And honestly, there is long-term opportunity, but I don't think it's something that, you know, you should hurry. If the other person's not ready, it's something you might want to respectfully ask, is this something you're prepared to do? Okay, so if it's that, I think that you are very much feeling pulled towards something. You're only just having trouble waiting. And that's the waiting is what's making you doubt. But I don't think that you're going to doubt for long. I think that you're going to know with these two kings exactly where you're going and what you're going to do. So either way, you are awakening to a very exciting new pathway in life. And you're going to run right forward when the time is ready. So Scorpio, and the land in between, it's Cancer season. It's Cancer season. You know what you do? You eat your favorite food, you call your mom, you hang out with family, you put on funny movies, you listen to great music, and you enjoy the land in between. and you enjoy feeling ready, absolutely ready to move forward as soon as you are called to do so. And I think you're going to be called to do so very soon. And I think that the only thing that's maybe in the timing of it all is that we have, you know, a lot of planets in retrograde, and when Mercury does move forward, you're going to be able to take what is inspiring you and talk about it and say what it is that you're wanting. So no matter who you're talking to, I think that it's going to come from your heart, because you've done your assessments, you've been very realistic so far, and you feel really ready and inspired to go. So I think that this looks amazingly positive. Just don't talk yourself out of it, okay, by the end of the week, for whatever reason with this Two of Swords, or decide not to talk about it unless the other person isn't receptive and you need to wait a little bit longer. That could be the case. So if you need to stay in the in-between place for this week, that's okay. Enjoy it. Just enjoy your environment. You know what you know. You know what you know what you know. You're ready to go with these two kings. So just don't get too bored. Remember, she's sitting within the cup of life here, the Holy Grail, right? Her cup runneth over. She just can't see it because she's looking at these three little cups and can't see the big picture. The big picture is it's coming. It is. And you will be ready. You're just having to wait. Okay? You're just having to wait a little while. Don't doubt yourself. Just enjoy it. All right, Scorpio, I want to wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Have an excellent week, and I will talk to you again next week. Thank you so very much. See you.